Hello there. Good afternoon, everybody. My name's Save with Crypto. The channel's called Save with Crypto, and that guy below me is Maff. Hello, Maff. How you doing?
Hello. Hey, not bad, thank you. Yeah, always a surprise. It's the surprise that never stops surprising. I guess.
Okay, excellent. Well,
Such a coincidence. Yeah.
yeah, I know. Well, I was thinking actually, maybe we need the streams to start off with a kind of a bit where I justify my thumbnail. Sort of like it could be called like justify your thumbnail. And
In a booming voice. Yeah.
yeah, and but then actually looked at the chart and I actually couldn't find the actual chart where I'd actually created the actual thumbnail from. Anyway, but obviously it was implying a massive dump actually, and
I didn't actually see the thumbnail, to be honest.
okay.
I've been a bit kind of immersed in other things this morning.
Well, that would have been wasted on you, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. It was well, I'll briefly talk about what I was going to talk about and justify my thumbnll. It was basically a similar one to yesterday, sort of saying, expect a big dump. But I'll cover that in a moment. Just noticed that Cyprian said 8 watching and I'm the only one who liked the stream. That's a very good point, Cyprian, and thank you very much for liking it. And come on, the rest of you, please like it. please do your stuff. You love us. Anyway, sorry, just
we assume.
Right, John said, "Got my
Monsieur, you assume too much."
Yeah, maybe get my dose of security and math. Oh, blimey. Okay, that's a bit large, isn't it? Anyway, okay.
No, not sure how to take that.
Right. I will say today I am yet again compromised by my internet in the fact that I haven't got any apart from my phone, which is luckily connecting to that mast over there with 5G, which seems to work all right actually. I've had a massive cock up with. Basically supposed to be changing over from Virgin Media to PlusNet on the 1st of April, and guess what? They tried to do it yesterday, which nobody was prepared for, in particular PlusNet. So the actual fiber socket doesn't work, so they're sending an engineer on Monday to fix it. So meanwhile, I'm a bit knackered, like for well, internet really, so I'm using my phone as a hotspot and it's working all right so far. I am
surprisingly well, to be fair. I mean,
yeah, I am actually caning through my data though, so I have I've actually got a SIM on order with an unlimited thing which is going to arrive tomorrow. Because meanwhile I can't really do any videos and upload them because they're all like about half a gig, 1 gig. I could go to the cafe over the road and do it. I could do it there, I suppose, but that's a bit slow there. Or I might have to go to a pub.
So their Wi-Fi doesn't quite reach your house then, I guess. Otherwise, you could be leeching off them.
It does just about, but it works in an absolute emergency if there's no internet at all. But
okay,
and it's all right. I do help out a lot over there, so I kind of it's okay if I go over there. So I might have to do that later on. I prefer to go to the pub, but we'll see what happens. Anyway, so right. I also made the mistake yesterday when I was on my own yesterday. I think, I was, wasn't I? Yeah. Yesterday I've done my usual thing where I talk about a chart and I'm not actually showing the chart on the screen, so do tell me if I do that wrong. That is the advantage of having 2 of you. You can say, "Oi, I can't see that,"
That's true. Yeah.
Anyway, so the reason I was talking about the doom and despair yesterday was what I've been looking at was the 6-hour time frame. Now the reason I was looking at that is because when things were starting to look a bit more hopeful, I did see where was it now? I did see this cross here of the yellow 21 EMA and the green 55 EMA, which happened on Wednesday morning. Okay. Now, at the time, all we saw then was a great big green candle, and up we went. So that was looking quite good. So what I did yesterday, for those who weren't here,
mentioning no names,
is I was looking back in time. I won't do it again all the way, but this works out like this quite a long, going back at like 2 years, I think. If you look at almost every cross of the yellow and green EMAs here, you see that the price goes up, and then as it's going up, it draws in this bullish retracement level here that almost always.
Oh, actually, sorry. Which have you got a different chart? Are we looking at the same chart?
Absolutely.
And that's a live demonstration of exactly what Dave was talking about just now.
Yeah. You see, nothing pre-recorded here, is there? Anyway, right. I'll start.
Not
again.
like on the Mathtopia channel. Yeah.
We'll talk about that in a bit. But so right, I'll start again. So we got this cross here on these EMAs, the yellow 21 and the green 55 EMA. Price went up. Okay. And that's where we are at the moment. When this happened before was, for example, it was this one here. Okay, so that was 1st of January, actually. So we had an EMA cross there. The price went up, and then it drew this bullish retracement thing, and the price did retrace. Okay. Going back further, this bit here, I kind of ignored that because it's just literally wasn't really playing ball. It was just wiggling backwards and forwards. It was a bit of a noisy area, so we'll just ignore that. Okay.
Well, hey, yeah.
So that's actually a bad signal. Anyway, this one actually here, they did cross. We didn't get a bullish retracement until right up here, but it did complete when it happened. And I said I wasn't going to do this, go back years, but I have done. But basically, here, get the cross, have the bullish retracement, price comes back down. Have the cross, bullish retracement, price comes back down. So generally, it is happening like that. Now, when I did the video yesterday, I was thinking this is probably very, very likely. And then on the thumbnail for the video yesterday, live stream rather, there was. Let me get rid of all that. So I got this all this. I've obviously just updated the. Sorry, this was an old layout. So.
Okay.
So I just want to change a few things. I'm just gonna lose these things here just to make things a bit neater.
The inputs one, that's suppressed within the Quadzilla script. Yeah, okay, but obviously I just don't really have access to the other two, so can't really do anything about those. Unfortunately, it's all TradingView.
Okay, old habits die hard, I suppose. Right, yeah. So what happened yesterday? We got the cross on the Wednesday morning. The price went up. It had started to draw this bullish retracement in. It started to do that yesterday. And at the time when I made the thumbnail for the live stream yesterday, we did actually have a super down signal here on the on our Quadzilla indicator. By the time I'd done the live stream, that it had disappeared because the price had just gone up quite rapidly, But yesterday lunchtime, the super down did reappear. So basically, I'm saying that I think it's very, 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 very likely that we'll come down to at least this level here at about 68k. That's about it, really. What is also worth mentioning, though, however, is this does happen as well with Ethereum. And that looks really confusing. So let's just change that to that and then put that on the 6 hour as well. So I won't show all the examples, but this happens quite a lot with Ethereum. And in fact, we got the crossover there on Wednesday as well with Ethereum. Price went up, drew in this bullish retracement here. However, it did come back and actually complete that this morning at about 6 o'clock. So I'm actually really confused now, because I'm thinking now, if for some reason Ethereum decides to go back up here because it's done that thing, then is Bitcoin going to follow? I don't know.
Does it work that way? Yeah,
not really, do they?
But also, I mean, Ethereum's done that thing there, but there is another thing on that same chart. Just before you go to the next one, it's done that thing that you mentioned. It completed that structure. There is obviously that next one, that next leg down potentially, isn't there? If it did, so there's
I see, like
just below it,
like that one there. I will see.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but I think it might be not quite. Yeah. So that could fulfill. Is that a bearish retracement just below as well?
No.
I see. I think he's, if you unsquish it. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I mean, it looks like it completed, but so there's one. It's gone off the screen now.
That one there. Yeah, that one's done. That one's complete.
Yeah. So that level could still remain relevant, is kind of the thing. So,
gotcha. Yeah. Okay. Let's put a thingy in there, just so we know, and I'll make it red.
Yeah, because you can kind of see how that one's kind of remained as a support level on there for a number of attempts to drop through the floor. But then it kind of lifted off. The price lifted off from there gradually, and then abruptly for higher. But so could potentially see that level being returned to, I think, before further highs. Obviously depends on what Bitcoin's going to do. Ethereum is such a puppy dog in that way, isn't it? Just following the price movements.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Right. So it's probably still all doom and gloom. Also, we were talking about oil, crude oil of the day. This has been quite mad. So this is oil on the daily time.
Yeah.
Right. And we were talking the other day about what we were talking about. We were talking about this possible retracement here that it did back in 2024, and even these ones here in like earlier 2024, and even this one back in 2023. It looks like it's heading for that area, doesn't it?
That's mad, isn't it? Yeah.
However, we have actually now got a super down signal on the daily time frame, which is pretty crazy.
Because that first bearish retracement level, it hit, didn't it? So it actually reached that first one. So as I was saying the other day, it's all about like probability with these things. Like the closest ones, of course, are the more likely, the more probable ones that the price will reach, because it has to go through those to get to the other ones. So, and it kind of did reach that first one.
Definitely done.
Did it reach the second one?
Not yet.
That's inches away from it, or millimeters. Yeah. So it's like a sort of laddered approach. So if you were looking at taking a short position on these, you could do a laddered entry on those, on each of those. It's, I don't know, anyone would think that there's a war on at the moment, and oil is very much part of that. At the center of it, really.
Don't mention the war.
No. but it's so like bang in the middle of everything that's going on there, really, but yeah, it is like they're not supposed to mention that bit. That's not what it's about, really, honest. So I've got Scotty commenting now.
Hello, Scotty. By the way, my daughter really likes your dog, but that's hardly a surprise, is it?
That's good to know. Yeah.
Well, she was showing me pictures of cute dogs yesterday, and she said, "Oh, I've been comparing dogs with my friend Lily," and I was like, "Okay."
Yeah.
And I said, "I'll show you a cute dog." So I showed her Scotty's dog, And she went, "Oh."
Oh, that yeah, Scotty's dog is a pure isn't it?
Yeah. So I still not quite sure how you'd go about shorting oil. Actually, I need to find out. But
Set
yeah,
fire to it.
yeah. But yeah, these are levels that I think are worth looking at, and they are actually approaching $100, aren't they? So, so that's going to be a psychological figure as well, isn't it? Are people going to sell that oil at 100? Well, I guess they probably will, won't they? It's amazing to think in the pandemic, oil was actually negative. Do you remember that?
No.
Yeah, you actually had to, because basically people were having to pay to store it because they couldn't sell it. So the actual price went negative.
That's crazy. Oh, of course. Yeah, I mean that does make total sense because people just aren't moving around.
Yeah. So you'd actually have to pay to hold it. Anyway,
they didn't have very many like grocery supplies and things either, so that probably not as many trucks moving things around either. So
yeah, absolutely. Anyway, so yesterday me and Maff did a show on Mafftopia, which is Maff's channel, as you'd probably guess. And
another amazing coincidence with the name.
No, I think he just named himself after the channel actually, and then anyway. So during that, Maff went, "Oh, do you want to go through the comments?" And I was thinking, "Oh, that's good," because because in this show, Maff tends to go through the comments. So, would you like to go through the comments?
Yeah, I could be contrarian there and just say
no.
No, you do it. You do it. So we got WJM. Good afternoon, and afternoon back, and hi, and I always read that as kind of liquid petroleum gas for some reason. It's the twisted wiring in my brain, like LPG instead of LFG.
Right.
So, but also agreed. Let's go. So, Age watching that. Good point. I know you covered that, but where are we at with likes at the moment on here?
I don't know. I daren't open another computer in case it grinds to a halt.
Yeah, that's fair. Got my security. Oh, I think John Botts then clarified that was a typo. There's a hell of a typo. I mean, was that an autocorrect thing? We were putting in, so it corrected SWC to security and capitals.
Oh, wow.
That makes sense. Yeah. But yeah, that does explain that. It's yeah, you should definitely get a dose of security in the morning anyway. So it's quite true. Yeah, there we go. So, sending regards from Sunny Lanzarote.
Oh, no. Which bit?
Yeah, we are waiting for an answer. So,
I keep thinking I like Playa Blanca, but I think I like the north bit, Ursula and all that kind of bit.
Yeah. The only bit I've really been to, and even that was as a kid. I've never actually been back there since then. Been to the other Canary Islands, but it's like Puerto Rico and around there.
It's not Puerto Rico. It's Puerto Rico, isn't it, on Gran Canaria?
No, there's a Puerto Rico. There's a Puerto Rico.
Is there really?
There is.
You sure about that?
Yes, but no, you're right. It is Gran Canaria. You're absolutely right. Yeah, but I didn't know it's pronounced Puerto Rico because I thought I was being very Spanish cultured by calling it Puerto Rico, but is it actually Porto?
I think it's because Rico is. I don't know actually, because Rico just means rich, doesn't it? So,
rich.
I only know because years and years ago, when me and my wife first left England, we were living in a caravan for like 8 months, and we went off down to Spain, and we were near a place called Vinaros, and we met this couple there, and that they'd been just traveling for months, and they were incredibly what's the polite way to say it? incredibly stupid, right? Not stupid, but they were thick. They were just
Dense.
really really like uneducated, sort of like didn't have a clue.
Uneducated doesn't necessarily mean thick, does it? But I know what you mean, though. It's just
But they were talking about. She said, "Oh yeah, we went to the West Indies." She said it was ever so cheap. It only cost £150. We went all around the West Indies, and I was like, for 150 quid. She said, "Yeah," and I said, "Whereabouts?"
Do they post themselves in a big box or something?
I don't know.
Cardboard box.
I said that is incredibly cheap, for such a long flight. And she said, "Oh, it was only about sort of 3 or 4 hours." And I was thinking, well, this isn't sounding right, I said, "Where'd you go?" She said, "Oh, we went all over. We did. We went to Puerto Rico, Las Palomas, and she named like about 5 different towns on the south coast of Gran Canaria."
Yeah.
And I
thought that was the West Indies.
Yeah, and I said, "Oh." I said, that's Gran Canaria. She went, "Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Puerto Rico." and like me and my wife looked at each other and we're just like smiling, thought like we can't say anything because they obviously think they've been to the West Indies for like 150 quid.
So that's when they kind of ticked off the list.
Well, I couldn't resist. I had to say, that's just great. I've never been there. What currency did they use? She went, "Oh, they use euro, same as here." Got him. But they were amazing. Like she came back from the bar once. She said, "Oh, we learned a new word today. We did." He said, "What was it? What was it, Jeff?" She went, he goes, "Tres." She went, "Yeah, tres." Yeah. What does it mean? 3. Yeah, tres means 3. And I was like, right, how long have you been in Spain? She went, "About 6 months." And it was, but I just, it must be so delightful to be that blissfully thick, that
Oh yeah, they wouldn't have a worry in the world.
You wouldn't have to worry about anything ever.
Living it every moment, like literally in the moment.
Yeah. Anyway, it turns out John Bot is in Playa Blanca, so cool. Yeah, my parents used to have a little bungalow at Las Brisas. That's by the roundabout as you go up towards wherever it is, Yaitsa and all that. But they had that place for I don't know, about 20 years, I think. Actually, my dad, fair enough, he actually bought a little bungalow there. He paid about $4,000 for it when there wasn't even like a tarmac road between Playa Blanca and Arrecife. It was just literally like a track, and then later on he sold it for like, I don't know, about $200,000 or something, and but yeah, amazing investment, actually.
Nice investment. Yeah, it was. So the town came to him, basically. He didn't have to.
Yeah, pretty much. He kind of looked at it. He showed me photos of it, and it was like when he bought it, and it was like, Jesus, you bought that? And it was literally just buying a pile of rubble on a building site.
One of those derelict looking old buildings in the middle of a plain or something.
It became a little resort type thing. What do you call it? A little. I mean, it's got a swimming pool and all that sort of thing, and a bar and a restaurant and all that. It's called Las Brisas. It's in Playa Blanca right there. But yeah, no, it was a really good investment, that was, and they really enjoyed going there. For 20 odd years, brilliant it was.
So WJM was just saying, when can we expect the next tutorial on Quadzilla?
When I get my bloody internet sorted, so it will be next week. Because it's a bit painful doing.
Do you know what you're going to cover next?
I think. Well, I'm going to ask you your advice on this, but so basically, the first one was just an overview of everything. But I think probably need to do all the different elements of it because I think it needs doing. So probably I'll just talk about the EMAs in a video, and then I'll talk about the the green and red bars, as we're going to call them, in the momentum oscillator, and then I'll do things like the super up, super down, then I'll do like the trend shield, and then I'll do the retracement levels. I think that's sort of it, isn't it? No, and then we've got the mid-range crosses as well.
A few different things. Yeah.
So I think a video for each one of those, but I think when I do that, I need to do them in fairly quick succession, because you really need to know about all of them, really.
Yeah, there's definitely, you can like build on things. So, I mean, the convergence band, I suppose, as well, for the actual oscillator.
Yeah.
And I guess also the EMA, like the convergence zones we've got. So I guess in your EMAs tutorial would be probably the one for that. But yeah, and so yeah, the retracement levels, and maybe whether it's in that or a separate one, maybe the retracement channels as well. It's probably worth going over, because the ones that we tend to switch off after we've looked at them a bit, because they cover the whole chart really, but they give a lot of insight into just the overall structure, the dynamics really behind the price movements and things.
So, because that one's switched off by default, I'll probably do that towards the end, and then
because I think that one it does need the retracement levels done first to get a better understanding, I think.
And then, of course, I need to do the stats module thing. I might get you to do that, actually, because you probably have a deeper understanding of, well, you definitely do, of
what it all means, I guess.
Of where the numbers come from, you know.
Sure. Yeah.
But yeah, so yeah, I would say I will crack on with it. I mean, I'll do some stuff over the weekend, but obviously, what I want to do is, you know, do them in fairly high quality and then upload them, which means they're all like a few gig each, you know. So if I do that with my mobile data, it's going to be like
it ain't happening, is it? Yeah.
Well,
you'll use out the quota and you'll be offline for the rest of the month, I suppose.
Yeah, and I don't want that to happen. There is an engineer coming on Monday to hopefully sort out my my internet, so hopefully after that I can crack on with it. But so sorry about the slight what do you call it, anyway. But I'm pleased the first one went down well. I've had some nice comments about it, including from you yourself, WJMMM. Thank you for that.
So Scotty just saying, I guess we were talking about the thing that we must not mention, the war. So Saudi Arabia, UAE, Kuwait, and Qatar are all talking about pulling their money out of America. They should. That would. I'm surprised they got. Well, I suppose that they're all kind of allies, really, and they have. I mean, especially Saudi Arabia, they like they buy a lot of weapons, don't they? I think. So yeah, would that devalue the dollar if that happened? Would it tank the dollar, or would it just be generally not great for the US economy, I suppose?
I don't
know. And would that lead to the interest rate being drastically cut in a moment of panic?
It would probably annoy
reactive interest rate cutting, slashing even.
It would probably annoy the president, which he would probably react in some like ridiculous way that would then cause absolute turmoil. Probably. I think that's what would happen. However, I think they should, just because of the inability of Americans to pronounce those countries correctly, because they never do. I mean, Saudi Arabia, they always say Saudi Arabia. UAE they refer to as Dubai. Kuwait, I've never heard an American pronounce that correctly. They I can't think how they pronounce it now. Qatar,
wrong, anyway, however they pronounce it is wrong.
Yeah,
Qatar, well, I mean, to be fair, you did just say Kuwait. It's Kuwait, isn't it?
Qatar, I've heard it pronounced as Qatar. We're going to Qatar.
Got it. Yeah.
Yeah, and I've never understood Americans how they can't pronounce a lot of words, like turmeric. You know, the spice. You know, they always say turmeric. Turmeric. It's got an R before the M. You know, and anyway.
Yeah, I have a little like quarter teaspoon of turmeric every day in the yogurt or whatever. Just you know, it's very, very good for you. It's worth doing.
I eat a lot of curry that has turmeric in. So
there you go. You're covered then. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah. Oh, that was about Scotty's dog, which is not a Scotty dog. We should clarify as well.
Yeah, Scotty's dog is not a Scotty dog. Just to clarify that.
Yeah. Yeah. Finally, a relevant question to the live stream. So, what do we expect from Bitcoin today then? Already. We'll do some TA in just a sec, actually, or some more TA. I should say we've been doing TA. Autocorrect. It was Player Blanca. It was G'day, folks. Hello, Aussie. Welcome. And Johnbot, how's the weather? I'm over in a couple of days into Lanzarote. I assume that's your accent, Scotty. Or maybe I'm assuming too much.
Maybe it's like, Johnbot, how's the weather? You know, I'll be over in a few days.
Yeah. So, hello, everyone. Sorry for being late. Well, it's okay. You're here now. So, Aussie, maybe they'll put the money into Bitcoin. Then let's flipping well go. Indeed. Yeah, that'd be good because they've got to put it somewhere, haven't they? So take the money out of the US. Then
yeah,
why not? Yeah. Excuse me. Rained a couple of days this week, but sunny 2 days. Good. This is Lanzarote, by the way. Prominent UAE billionaire Khalaf Ahmad Al Habtoor just published an open letter to Trump. It's brutal. Okay. Yeah. See how that goes. So, who gave you the authority to drag our region? It's a very good question, to be fair. Because in like sunny Dubai, they were just kind of minding their own business, really, weren't they? Just that there is, I think, there's a big worry now about how much food and water they got left there, because when it comes down to it, it's basically a city in a desert, isn't it?
Yeah.
So all that stuff gets shipped in, and they're down to something like 24 hours, or maybe a bit longer than that, but a bunch of days of supplies left.
All right.
So yeah.
Okay.
So that but who gave permission to Norwegian into battlefields? Yeah, I can imagine they would be a little bit irate about that, to say the least. So yeah, I'm off to Playa Blanca. Nice. That should be a really nice holiday, actually. Not going off a Donald Dump. No, indeedy. So, should we do some more TA?
Absolutely. Actually, just before you get stuck into the meat and potatoes, let's just spend 24 seconds doing this. Please note that this content is for educational and entertainment purposes only and is not financial advice. Any information or opinions provided are not guaranteed to be accurate or complete. Always conduct your own research before making any financial decisions. A full legal disclaimer is in the description of each video and live stream.
Okay, so so put that in your pipe and smoke it or something. I'm going to, 1 second, just very ill-advised live rearrangement. I'm just going to try and move my second screen over a bit so that that probably makes no difference whatsoever, to be honest. So okay, anyway, so here we have, what do we even have? I'm so unprepared for this. I'll apologize, but actually, Scotty, I'll put it in my bong and rip it. Yeah. So, what's it? Let's see. Israel and the US bomb Iran, and Iran bombs other countries. Yeah. It put in mind. I was thinking about that, like, so, like, Iran suddenly kind of like sent out like an explosive drone or whatever, and that hit the Burj Al Arab and things. It's a bit like, say, if Spain suddenly attacked France, for example. You know, it could happen, and in retaliation, France just bombed the, I don't know, like some hotel in London or something, the Savoy, and you know, it'd seem a bit random. We'd be like, oh, hey, it's not cool, France. Don't bomb this Savoy in London just because Spain attacked you, and therefore we'd be kind of dragged into that kind of regional conflict as well. It's kind of that, isn't it? It's just like they're just on the side. You know, we just. I mean, maybe Spain's a bad example because I guess they don't like the fact we got Gibraltar today, but you know, France suddenly starts bombing Spain's friends because they're being bombed. It'd be yeah.
So it wasn't just because they were in the way, or
well, their missiles didn't really get far enough, and they just fell on the UAE. Something like that.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, that'd be more like bombing the Isle of Wight, wouldn't it? Which, yeah, you know,
yeah,
probably
there's
no one would care about.
Yeah, true. Would anyone notice? So, rumor of 5 years in prison for visiting the media if they post the carnage not being reported. Yeah, heard about that. And Tucker Carlson just exposed that it ain't Iran bombing these other countries. That doesn't surprise me at all. It's yeah, I should have thought about that because it's so often the case, isn't it? Just like you know, all the world's a stage. You know, we're just kind of seeing the pantomime play out effectively. If you know, you know. I didn't. Now I do. So anyway, so Bitcoin on here. So this is the 12. If we have a quick look at, I got gold on there. I just realised. How is gold doing at the moment? Gold on the daily is looking. It's kind of looking like, where the hell is Quadzilla? Should put Quadzilla on there. Oh, I double clicked it again. It appears twice. It's can't they kind of just note that it was a double click and not 2 clicks on that? Anyway, and I'm just going to move that up to the pane above. I like to do this. So just combine the RSI with Quadzilla, and it gives a different, or it often gives a very similar read to kind of what you see on the convergence band, but they do also differ, and that in itself kind of gives you some very like key information, to be honest, about it's like when these two diverge, because obviously you kind of look out for bearish or bullish divergence, whether it's on the RSI or on the convergence band, but when these two diverge, that's something else again. It kind of tells you, so it kind of gives you just an extra bit of a read into the market dynamics there. Yeah, gold then on the day. Oh, are we still on gold? Yeah, it's still kind of, gold just always goes up, doesn't it? Even when gold is going down, it's going up really. So it's you kind of see why gold is the safe haven, isn't it? Just if in doubt, put your money in gold, really. So yeah, that's quite a thing. Also been a very sharp pullback. I mean, that was Tuesday. Pretty big pullback there. It's also interesting that where it's topped out on that last rally was basically the top of that one, like not counting the wick. So that was a definite kind of thing there, wasn't it? Just bloody hell, keyboard shortcuts not triggering. Let's do that. There. So hit it, rejected, hit it, rejected. Probably would expect the next one to just smash its way through. I think when that happens in a sort of self-respecting stayed gold sort of way. So, but yeah, it'll march in a dignified way through that resistance wall ceiling. Anyway, meantime, yeah, what I wanted to sorry, what I wanted to show on here was that if I actually switch this to the weekly, and having just gone through the whole thing about switching Quadzilla on, I'm just going to switch it off again for a sec. So, and in fact, maybe just plan that. Oh, and also just for this, I'll just keyboard. What's that not? Hello. Oh, okay. Oh, that's interesting. Hope I wasn't typing. I just realised my keyboard was switched to a different computer. So I might have been in a work chat and just kind of typing all sorts of weird things. Anyway, so yeah, so this was the kind of the steps down thing that we identified some time back now, that the Bitcoin has been kind of playing out through on here. And so on the weekly, this is kind of the bar opens and closes, not counting the highs and lows of the wicks themselves. So from the weekly bar open, when we hit the all-time high during that week, that was the open was 123.5 and dropped 30%, ranged. And during that, did that in a bit of a continuation pattern-y sort of way for further downside, but retraced to 8% during those weeks. Again, dropped 30%, like down to the bar, like bar open to bar close, or candle open to candle close, and currently looks like it's just kind of ranging again. It's just sitting well within that 8% retrace range. So it's kind of it wicked up, and obviously this is still the week that we're currently in, and obviously still got 2.5 days to go for that weekly candle. So this is very much, it's a pattern, it's a continuation pattern that it'll remain valid until it isn't. At some point it'll be suddenly invalidated, but currently, yeah, very much within that range. So, and if that continues, and if we don't really see at least a weekly close above that level, kind of above, 70 and a half, probably 70.5-ish, is slightly above it, then that becomes more and more likely that it would just kind of, fizzle out whatever kind of recovery it's attempting there and drop down to that further 30%, which would bring it down to probably 50. Yeah, pretty much 50 or slightly below, like a wick below or something. So it gives Bitcoin a few more weeks, I think, to try and break out above that range. And also, to be fair, this time around, it is behaving slightly differently from this one, because you can kind of see how the excuse me, it's drinking too much tea just then. It's having the last word. So yeah, because that sort of obviously came down quite solidly bang, and then kind of recovered, went into its range. This one did more of a sort of, what's hell is going on next door? They're doing some, I don't know if you can hear that, but I think they're doing some kind of work there anyway. So that kind of worked its way down, and it stepped down, it laddered down over the course of a few weeks, rather than it being kind of that solid drop and then the ranging, the accumulation really. So this time, that's probably a bit more hopeful for the bulls, I think, because it didn't have that just massive capitulation and drop. The downside impulsive move just kind of itself kind of fizzled out, like started to run out of energy and just kind of not there, and then doing that. So yeah, definitely a few levels to keep in mind there. If the weekly closes below 65.5, then that would suggest that this downside is going to happen a lot sooner than that one did. So that's something to watch out for. If it closes above 70 or just above 70, then well, virtually 71 to be honest, then we'd be seeing potentially an invalidation of this pattern, then a big recovery to the upside, like more of a kind of decent rally, I would think. I think that's kind of what I'm hoping for. But similarly, if the week just closes still within this range, we'd expect a bit more of that. It could be that next week would be a bit of a down week if it's following this kind of. I mean, we had a doji week on that one, but generally that's been. Hell, running up and down a radiator with a ruler or something. Anyway, so I got this thing. I can't abide background noise. It does my head in. I can't focus. Anyway, so yeah, because this one there's very much just that kind of you get like a bearish week, bullish week, bearish week, bullish week, bearish down. So and in fact that one was all engulfing as well. So not all engulfing, it was engulfing. An all engulfing candle would be quite something. That'd be is that Armageddon or something. So this time, yeah, so that's kind of leveled out. So we could be seeing a similar thing where, bullish candle, bullish week, bearish week, bullish week, bearish week, if it follows a similar sort of pattern to that. So another thing to keep in mind is that if that does play out that way, it could be a bearish week next week. So yeah, that's Jesus, that's that. Because one of the things I'd love to get, I mean, I'm seriously thinking about it. It's just you get these kind of outside back garden offices, basically a posh porter cabin, really. Yeah. I think just getting one of those and just turning it into like a sound studio, recording studio, or whatever.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, put in like soundproofing, cladding and stuff inside. Try and do the old like air gap separation and things from the outside world. Just shut myself in there, and it just be pure, utterly muffled style like silence.
I'd actually like a plot of land with just like 2 or 3 of those on, and that would be my home.
Yeah, and a couple of goats that just roam around eating the scrub.
Why not?
Well, hell, yeah. So, oh man, yeah, could do with that. We haven't really got enough of a back garden here. It's a townhouse with an okay back garden, but it opens out at the back onto open lands, like where people go and walk their dogs and they crap everywhere. But in any case, it's kind of nice. Yeah. sorry, what's that got to do with Bitcoin? Not a lot. It might if Bitcoin suddenly just breaks out of this and goes to the moon, then yeah, I'll be getting a place with a much bigger garden and a home office that I can just totally transform into a recording studio. So what else should we look at?
I don't know. We got any suggestions in the comments? I was looking at the DXY earlier, I must admit, because that's fairly interesting if you look at it with Quadzilla. Do you want to have a look at that?
Yeah, sure. DXY, let's do that.
So DXY is it's basically the strength of the dollar, isn't it? Really, it's like the dollar versus a basket of other currencies, you know.
Yeah.
But I was looking at it with time frame you on there.
Oh, this is on the daily.
Okay. So if you pop Quadzilla on that,
certainly can.
Yeah.
Go on, Quadzilla. You can come back now. It's fine. Yeah. I'll switch off the RSI for now. It's probably information overload, isn't it? So
yeah.
So what are you looking at then?
Well, a couple of things really. One is that the bearish retracement thing that's just sort of done.
Yeah.
Although that was quite a while ago, wasn't it? That was
a few days ago. Yeah.
Oh yeah, not that long ago.
Yeah.
So that happened. We are actually getting the EMA cross there on the daily, aren't we? So
yeah, that's unfortunate.
It is, and then way above. I don't know if it's on your thing, but up at 106.8.
Ooh, yeah.
There's another retracement up there. I was just wondering, like, could that go up there?
Given how accurate that these retracement levels have been on here so far. By the way, anyone who doesn't have Quadzilla in their lives and on their charts, you're absolutely missing out, because it does pinpoint exactly these sorts of things. Like over here, be saying, yeah, the price is going to, or the market's going to complete this kind of structure, and it's going to come back down to here and bounce up again. And when the price is like doing this, you'd be thinking like, nah, they're mad. You know, what are they talking about? But then like, boom, does it? You even get the super down here, telling you like, you know, oh yeah, hey, we're kind of things are looking overboard on this, or like, you know, this is going to happen. This going, you know, we're seeing a market reversal pretty soon. Get ready. In fact, as soon as the that trend shield finished playing out just there, because that means like not just yet, steady, that disappears, and then whoomp, down it goes. It tells you exactly what's going to happen, and it gives you the level it's going to come back to and where it'll bounce from. So yeah, given that these are playing out like that, and you know that one played out well, that one also played out well, and so on all the way back, really. Just that one's, it stopped plotting, but that one will very much still be in play. The same with that one, and yes, I think that is looking pretty likely. So
okay. So if that happens, that's going to pretty much destroy crypto, isn't it?
Yeah. Probably will. Yeah. But it's time. I mean, there's time for this to do a few like jiggly things first. Jiggle about a bit.
Oh yeah.
Like, you know, kind of commit to that very straight line just there, and react. There's obviously that. There's, you know, I'm calling it liquidity, but we're talking about the DXY, so it's not quite the thing. But I suppose it is an index of liquidity in the different currencies and things, in a sense. So that sort of thing is still relevant. It's why Quadzilla works so well on this sort of chart, I think, in particular. So you think?
Yeah. I mean, I was looking at the kind of, you know, the rate of which tends to go up, you know, which is Well, I think to get to that level, you're probably talking about 100 to 150 days, something like that.
Yeah,
which kind of puts us. Where's that put us? April, May, June. So like that's kind of in the middle of the summer, isn't it? So
yeah, that would.
Yeah, go on.
Well, I think you're going to say the same thing. If you want to,
I'm just intrigued to see if you do say the same thing.
Well, I was going to say that would bring us right to pretty much the bang on schedule bear market low, which would take us on towards like September, October.
Yeah.
So time for this to kind of head on up to there, destroy Bitcoin in the process. Everyone thinks that Bitcoin is going to zero. The Google trends are going in that direction and so on. And then it hits a low and kind of starts to work its way up again. So
yeah, totally. I did look at this post that Ozzy just put on X. I can't find it now. It was something like, I could try and find it. It was something like, Bitcoin has been declared dead 430 times. If you'd have bought $100 worth of Bitcoin every time that happened, you'd now have like $70 million or something.
Yeah, I like it.
So there is that. So the thing to do, right, is to make some money in the summer and then buy some cheap Bitcoin in the autumn. I reckon.
Yeah, I think so.
That's the strategy.
Yeah, or pick a different coin. Like every time that MEX or XMEX rather are declared dead, or every time that Elrond, like Multiverse X, is declared dead, then buy $100 worth of it. I'm sure that'll work out the same.
That's something like every 5 minutes, though, isn't it?
Yeah, true. Yeah, I've run out of $100. So yeah, so that I was going to say also that there is that level just there, just like so. So it kind of goes back to these levels back here as well, really. Pretend that's a straight line, and so that areas that it's very much like the Fisher Price school of TA just here, isn't it? Just like, but anyway, so on that crayon scribble, you could kind of expect the price to come up and hit that, and maybe bounce a bit. We might see a bit of that cutting through that bit there. Because of course it's kind of touching on that exact level there at the moment as well, which hits there as well. There's all kind of resistance and support levels just kind of playing out there, aren't they? All the way back there, yeah, across, in fact. So definite kind of tiers, as in circle or upper circle, I suppose, to get through for it to find its way up to the like so. So I think you're right with the timing. Is there's room for it to play about a bit and ease off a little bit, so that Bitcoin can still have a little pump here and there in the process. Give us all false hope, and then destroy us as this pumps to the upside. So I'm really hoping, because next door I've got scaffolding up on the front and back of the house. I'm really hoping that's the scaffolding people are here to finally take all that down, because it looks pig ugly. No offense to pigs, I like pigs. They're actually quite cute. They grunt. My brother keeps pigs, and I grew quite fond of them, feeding them apples or whatever. But or apple peelings, and but then he killed them all.
Oh,
so it's just fine. And then but I wasn't complaining. We ate them, and they were very nice. So yeah, that's the thing about the scaffolding reminded me of the pigs.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Somehow merged it, just saw that. Oh yeah, so that was a DXY. How is that going to affect? Should we have a look at Pippin? Today's Friday, isn't it? What we haven't done.
Oh, actually, yes. Let's do that.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So here on the Chippy Solana, Chippy and wrapped Sol, it so should be just wrapped Chippy and Sol, but can't have everything right. So for anybody not familiar with Chippy, it's still is, to be frank, a meme coin. There's a but it's one that we like. There's a new release which we keep kind of hearing about, Chippy 2.0, which transforms it from being not a meme coin to being a coin with actual utility, and in the sort of in the vein of like Duke Nukem Forever, I guess, if anyone remembers that. It's going to be done any day now, and just waiting for the right time to release it and so on. And so still waiting, still hoping, and still holding my Chippy coins. I think you are as well.
I am, yeah.
I kind of,
I am a bag holder, so yeah. I kind of wish I wasn't in a way, but there again, I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't think the project's dead, so that's good.
No, it's mysterious, and puzzling, but not dead. So so Chippy on the daily. I might just zap out some of these. In fact, maybe I'll just completely delete what's on the 12 drawings. Where there wasn't 12 drawings worth of things on there. So over the course of back to okay, actually not that long ago, to be honest. It feels like a lifetime ago. It really does. When Chippy was down there, and we were kind of waiting, hoping something big would happen, and then it did, which was that Martini guy started to accumulate lots of coins, like lots of buyback. Basically, kind of, I think it's to kind of build up a reserve ready for Chippy 2.0 for all of its tokenomics to work. So that was great. And I think there we were kind of being promised that that new version was about to appear. It's like, it's nearly ready. It's almost here. Or it's under development, whatever. And peaked at, was it July 25? When? I suppose, yeah. So peaked and then pretty major drop. So when that was happening, this retracement level here had started plotting in Quadzilla, and also that bearish retracement level has started plotting, saying, because with that one, it's very much so the way these work, the retracement patterns, is that if it's a bearish one, you kind of get the step 1, 2, 3, which is down, and then up, and then down, as a sort of I was going to say sideways S. If I drew it proper, then it'd be a sideways S. So, and that's exactly how that one played out. In fact, kind of pinpoint. So kind of the price came down, touched that level, bounced a bit, so that became support, albeit temporarily, and then it just plummeted down because it's bearish. It's a bit bearish pattern. So ultimately, just dropped down below it, and but when the price is all the way up here, we didn't really quite believe that that was going to happen. It seemed like these levels were just out of range by that point. So it's in the halcyon times of hope and bull market kind of narratives and things. So meantime, even that one way down there played out and kind of got touched down upon, and again kind of became a support level all the way along. And in fact, it's actually just broken down below that now. So that's actually quite significant, I'd say. It's quite that ain't great. So damn, yeah, just realized that. So that could well be heading down now to this level, which we were kind of looking back at that, thinking, well, at least it's not going to drop to that one, is it? But yeah, it's on its way. So it could well just bounce off that level and then head up. On the plus side, there's still this level up here, and so you could well see the that, and then miracle of miracles, it could do that. Close off that one as well. Think maybe just upwards. Whoops, it's all straight. Bit better. You never know. Except keep in mind again, these are bearish, so it might end up being that it kind of does that, and then eventually that might not be until, like, the next bull market in a few years, like whatever. Like kind of get up there, head up, and then once that bull market is over, then this fulfills its bearish prophecy, and try, because by that stage that'll be in its step 3 bit. It's step 3 step, and the price will just like kind of head back down, which is kind of what it signifies at that point, the probability really that's going to happen. So we had, in fact, bleeding heck, yeah, we had a lovely bittersweet signal, bearish signal from Quadzilla there, with a super down signal showing up when we're kind of up there saying, oh, sorry guys, this ain't it, this ain't the pump that you're looking for, and down it went.
And I just looking at the market cap, actually, it's currently 624k. That's not good. That was
124k.
624.
64. Okay.
Yeah.
624k. It's still pretty shocking, to be honest.
Okay. Well, it was 10 million at one point, which is
I thought 10 million was kind of low at the time.
Yeah. So yeah. Well, the good thing is, if you buy fish and chips today, then you probably get quite a lot of rewards. That is the thing.
Yeah, there is a silver lining to your fish and chips.
I don't know. I just hope something happens sooner. Like I've just got a feeling we're going to be here in a year's time saying the same thing. But
yeah. Another plus side is just how bloody amazingly that the Quadzilla levels actually play out.
Yeah.
So at least the chart shows that side of things. Anyway, so I think there was it's Scotty saying Sol is looking weak. I might have to wrap up fairly soon, I think.
Yeah, I need to be somewhere at 1:30 actually. So
okay, sure. Yeah.
So if we could maybe
very quick comment on that. Let's do this super duper quickly, I think. So Sol is indeed looking kind of weak, isn't it? There are potential recovery signs there, I think. It depends what time frame. Really think like I've dropped down to 1 hour. Is that?
Actually, today, in about 20 minutes' time, it is non-farm payroll data.
Ooh, okay.
Which I can't see as being good, but you never know, do you?
True. Yeah.
So probably in the answer to whoever it was saying, is Bitcoin going up or down today? I think that will probably be decided with the NFP data in 20 minutes time.
Sure. Just very quickly, because I think we are pretty much wrapping up. So don't forget, you can get Quadzilla at the I keep wanting to say princely sum, but that's the one around, at the very reasonable sum of, we're in euros today. Okay, 95 euros per month, and that will utterly pay for itself very, very quickly. That's about 80 pounds, and probably similar amount in dollars, I think. What is that in dollars, actually? 95 euros. then but if you get the yearly plan, then it's €70 per month. It works out as so just insanely worth it because it gives you such a trading edge. Hopefully we demonstrated that in the course of this live stream, and yeah, it kind of gives you all these things. It's many indicators in one, so you're not just getting like one indicator effectively. You're getting lots of. So and so yeah, to get that, just go to savewithcrypto.org/QZ, and it shall take you to this page. We can kind of read up a bit more about it and so on. There's if you're interested in this big old tutorial, I think this is linked in the description probably. It just tells you, it's a bit overwhelming, but it does just give you all of the things that are in Quadzilla in one page, just to get an idea of, as I say, it's multiple indicators all in one, so you don't necessarily use all of it at once. You kind of use the bits that you want to. So there's that. And just very quickly, just to remind you about Mafftopia. If you go to mafftopia.com, it's got the links, and I still haven't added Rumble into that. I need to. We had a great viewership, didn't we, for that last live stream? So, yeah. Save here co-hosts the Mafftopia live streams with me, which is pretty awesome. So we had a good chat about science and technology stuff, science breakthroughs, technology new developments, and more breakthroughs. And it's pretty great. There's always something interesting that we're chatting about on there. And the next live stream for that is on Tuesday at 4:30 p.m. UK time, and also do check it out for videos and stuff. Anyway, follow on X at Mafftopia. What else? Should wrap it up.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. That's brilliant. So thank you everyone for coming along today. I'll see what I can do over the weekend, but I'm a little bit limited by the lack of internet. But I will see what I can do. But I'll probably make some videos anyway, and I will get on with those tutorials as well. So we'll do that. So have a good weekend. Trade safe. Look out for the NFP data in 15 minutes time. I think that will probably shake the market both ways. It normally does. It normally goes up then down, or down then up. But you might be able to take advantage of that. I'll be looking out for that. So yeah, we'll be back on Monday, and I still won't have my internet sorted by then, but by Tuesday we will, and then okay. So we'll look forward to that anyway. All right, have a great weekend, everyone, and thanks for coming. Please do like the stream on the way out. So it's goodbye from me, and it's goodbye from him.
Yeah, etc. Yeah.
Got my glasses off. All right, take care, everyone. Bye now.
Cheers.